Do you like dueling? Of course you like dueling. Why else would you be here unless it was to learn about the greatest children's card game ever played by adults? YuGiOh! If you're someone who's played it for years or just starting off, you're bound to have seen this guy floating around in your booster packs. So whether you're new or don't have any idea where to start when making a deck, refuse to use a deck that has an entire paragraph on each card, look at that! Or you've been pestered enough by your fellow victims, I mean duelists, to change to a different deck so they can have a better fighting chance against you.
But I love my Dragon or Magician deck that I played since the dawn of time. It only has 12 different cards, and there's no way you can beat me unless you have a certain specific card or deck entirely made just to counter me, like a Magic deck that's just blues. Where was I?
The Skull Servant deck! Woo! Here we have Ben rattling. How long has he been rattling for? Since 2002, when he started becoming everybody's punching bag of bones. Up next we have Scary Poppings, and while her main purpose is to protect all those low-star zombies, once she dies, her name becomes Skull Servant 2! As well do all these other boneheads that I'm about to show you. We also got Burry White, and Princess Ceased, Princess Deceased. Due to either wanting to be the only one in the spotlight or sibling rivalry, once she is summoned she kills off Rick R. Mortis, which I mean if he's in the deck, throw him away. No, just go over to your nearest waste receptacle and toss him in. He's better off in there anyway, because when he's in there, he's just like you going to an amusement park with two of your friends, but one of them is too much of a scaredy cat to go on anything else but the teacups, and you either feel like a dong because two of you go to a roller coaster without him, or spend the entire day on the teacups with drags the whole trip down. Which is to say, the first two lazy bones that I mentioned in this obituary gets dragged down to the grave as well. But speaking about things that you shouldn't unearth, we have here, Dug Up, a skeleton that looks like he should be a skull servant from the same dress attire, but you'd be wrong, and you should re-nail the coffin because he has no use in this deck. And what's all the hubbub about putting all these McRibs in the graveyard, or GY if you're too lazy to read or write the entire word out? We have the Emperor, the supreme overlord of all the dry bones, the Big Lebonski, which does nothing by himself, but putting enough of his subject or family members in the graveyard can lead to him busting out of his coffin with Hulk rage and beating those who probably didn't kill them with times 1,000 attack for each one of those guys in the graveyard. And if this guy is slain in battle, he can say nah by banishing one of his following scary potters to a different dimension that none shall come back from, unless you use this card. We also got Exclusive Monster Reborn, Double the Trouble, No Gain Get Pain, Your Sacrifice Will Not Be Forgotten, and Widespread Genocide, with an exception. Now I'm not here to tell you exactly how you should make your Skull Servant deck, I'm just trying to tell you the basics and how you can go about there making your own. No, it's not because I'm too lazy to make an entire deck recipe that can be inspired off of. There's also White Bacon, but I don't have him, so I don't know what he does. If you're interested enough in this deck, you'll look him up. If you have other things you want to explain about Yu-Gi-Oh, write them in the comments. Until then, this has been Yu-Gi-Oh! Explained! Skull Servant deck.